Hello dear friends, and welcome to this video today in our YouTube channel. In this video today we shall be looking at the correction of ordinary level economics 2018 paper 2. We shall be looking at the question 1 of it, friends, and immediately after this video we shall be uploading that for question 2 up to question 8. Keep in mind, friends, that in economics you have been given 8 questions to choose 5 out of the 8 and answer. So friends, stay tuned, watch the video from start to finish, because at the end of this video you shall discover so many hints and tricks that are going to help you to score that A grade in economics. So friends, please, for a quick reminder, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, friends, so that you're going to have all latest updates about the subject. Guys, we offer courses in fact we offer so many courses in our channel, guys, so please feel free to go through all our videos. We offer mathematics courses, science and art and commercial courses in both the advanced level and the ordinary level. So friends, don't forget to like the video. Please just hit the subscribe button beneath the video, because that goes a long way to help me to keep producing more and more content, and it also tells me that you found content like this so useful. And don't forget to share the video with your friends. Please share the video to your friends so that they can have access to good content like this. Thank you very much, and feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. If anything, if you didn't understand anything, or you want me to answer a certain question for you, I'm going to do so for you guys. Thank you very much. So let's dive straight into our video today. So friends, as you can see, our video today wants us to use diagrams to distinguish between movement along the same demand curve and a shift in the demand curve. That is for 10 marks. And the B part is saying that we should explain the conditions under which price and the quantity demanded will be increased at the same time. Good. So friends, we know that movement along the same demand curve can simply give rise to both extension in demand and a contraction in demand, right? Good. So guys, let's start. We'll say that a movement along the same demand curve simply refers to either an upward or a downward movement along the same demand curve caused by a change in the price of the commodity. Friends, this point is so powerful. It's super powerful. Okay, super powerful, because you've given them the notion that that movement along the same demand curve, that the demand curve can either move upward or downward. That is and the major factor that causes it is what, guys, is a change in the price of the commodity. Later on we are going to see that in the other case, now what is going to cause a shift in the demand curve is simply the factors that are going to be affecting demand. Good. And we know those factors, right? Good. So friends, we said that movement along the same demand curve refers to either an upward or a downward movement of the demand curve caused by what? A change in the price of the commodity. Great. So friends, we should know that the upward movement is called a contraction in demand, which is caused by an increase in the price of the commodity, while the downward movement is called an extension in demand, which is caused by a fall in the price of the commodity. Friends, the points I've given here, friends, is super powerful, very powerful. Don't be surprised that just all of these points, just this short point I've given, which has so much economics in it, guys, can earn you about 5 or 6 marks, so far. So friends, you can earn you those marks. Okay, keep in mind that you don't really have to write much. All you need to make sure is that all what you write has enough economics in it. Okay, it has enough economics in it. So far we must have scored about 6 or 5 marks, guys. So now, for us to have all these 10 marks, we have to illustrate using a curve. Okay, we have to illustrate using a graph. The diagram here is referring to what? A graph. So friends, let's set up a graph and see. Alright, so we are going to have our vertical axis, and we can give that the name. We can call that the price. Then we have our horizontal axis in this manner, and we can give that the name the quantity. Oops. Good. So friends, here is our origin. We can call it a 0 point. So friends, we all know the shape of the demand curve, right? Of the demand curve, which simply slopes downward from left to right, guys. This is a very important property you should take note about the demand curve. It slopes downward from left to right. Good. So friends, we have our demand curve of this form. We have it, let's give it a name, let's call it DD. This DD simply means the demand curve. It starts with D. Then friends, let's indicate the reference point. We can call this point A. This is the normal price. This is any point on the demand curve, sorry, not the normal price. This is any point on the demand curve. Then now the price at this point A, guys, we can simply call that P0, and the quantity that was demanded at P0, we can simply call that Q0. That's the quantity demanded at at when the price was P0. Now friends, let's assume that our curve, let's assume that when the price increases, that is from P0 to P1, this A, that's the person that was demanding quantity of Q0 when the price was P0. This curve actually moved from A to B, caused by what, guys? An increase in the price. So when the price increased from P0 to P1, the quantity demanded definitely reduce from where? From Q0 to Q1. Good. You can see that Q1 has a small value than Q0, right? That's to tell you that that price and the quantity demanded are inversely proportional. Okay, it's a very important hint for you to know that they are inversely proportional. But when we shall be looking at supply, we shall see that price and quantity supplied are directly proportional. Good. So, and guys, likewise, when the price reduced from P0 to let's say P2, there's a movement, a downward movement from A to C when the price has decreased from P0 to P2, guys, and the quantity demanded likewise increased from Q0 to Q1. We'll see that a decrease in demand from A to C gives rise to what, guys? An extension in demand. Likewise, an increase in demand from A to B gives rise to what, guys? A contraction in demand. Good. So friends, this is the demand curve in which you are supposed to draw. I think at this level, guys, you're good to score all these 8 marks. Okay, you're quite enough to score these 8 marks. Keep in mind that this same question can still repeat itself, but for 8 marks. Okay, it can repeat for 8 marks. Some can even go up to 12. Everything remains the same. It is so good for you to be adding more flesh to your answer so that you score all the marks, guys. Keep in mind that in economics, friends, you need to understand the concept so well. Okay, you have to understand the concept so well, because everything in economics is just as going, but tricky sometimes, guys. It's tricky sometimes. So in this channel, guys, I shall be explaining all those tricky parts. I'm sure most schools are done with their syllabus already, right? So everything we have to be doing now is only revision. So friends, invite all your friends to join us in our channel by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing, so that we are going to be doing maximum revision in all the subjects, guys. All the subjects we shall be doing only revision, such that at the end of the revision you should be very sure to score the A grade. Thank you very much, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Let's continue. So friends, let's explain what the graph is talking about. We can see that from the above diagram, a fall in demand from OP, that's OP0 to OP1, guys. A fall in the quantity demanded from OP0 to OP1 will cause a movement from A to B, guys. We can see it from A to B, right? When the price falls from P's, when the demand falls, that the quantity demanded, when it falls from OP, this is OP0 to OP1, it therefore caused the movement from A to B, which, like I said initially, is called a contraction in demand. Then while and a decrease in the price from OP0, this is OP0, guys, to where? To OP2, right, will cause a downward movement of the demand curve, guys. We can see it from A to C, right? yeah, it will cause the downward movement of the demand curve. So guys, all what you've written like that can even score you about 12 marks. Okay, it can even score you about 12 marks because the diagram is everything we've explained in a quality manner. Okay, so if the same exam comes, guys, you need to repeat all these points I've said. I'm sure the points are easy to remember, right? Good. So it is guaranteed to score you all the marks and even extra marks, friends, even extra marks. So friends, don't forget to invite your friends to join us. All right, let's move on to our next question. Let's move on to the next part, because we have to distinguish between the movement along the same demand curve and a shift in the demand curve. So we've just talked about a movement along the same demand curve, guys. Let's look at a shift in the demand curve. Okay friends, here we go. So let's look at a shift in the demand curve, guys. Like I said initially, guys, a shift in the demand curve simply means is simply caused by the factors that are affecting demand. Okay, simply caused by the factors affecting demand. We are going to see that the whole demand curve is moving and not a movement along the same demand curve, because initially we saw a movement along the same demand curve, but now we are going to be seeing how the whole demand curve is moving. Guys, please, this is where most students are going to make mistakes, guys. Each time the whole demand curve is moving, or in a case where you have the whole supply curve moving, it is the cause is actually due to what the factors affecting demand, and in the case of supply, the factors affecting supply. Okay, so we shall be seeing it alongside, guys. So let's get started. So we'll see that on the other hand, because we are comparing the movement along the same demand curve and the change in demand, that's why we have to use this word on the other hand, because we are distinguishing. A shift of the demand curve refers to what? A movement of the whole demand curve either to the right, that is an increase in demand, or to the left, that is what? A decrease in demand, which is caused by what? Factors affecting demand. Good. Factors affecting demand, guys. This point is super important. Okay, it's super important. It is very powerful. It's a very powerful point. Just this point like this alone, guys, can score you about 3 marks. Okay, it can score you about 3 marks. Keep in mind, friends, that in economics, plain definitions are 2 marks. Okay, plain definitions are 2 marks, but once you add extra materials to it, it gives you more marks. Okay friends, have that in mind. Okay, because if you give just a definition, it's going to be 2 marks, but adding more materials to it, like we've mentioned, the fact that the cause that it is due to what the factors affecting demand, and we've mentioned both the fact that it can move to the right and it can move to the left. So you can score about 4 marks, guys, if not 3 marks. You can score about 4 marks. So friends, we'll see that such factors, let's give example of such factors. Such factors include what? Taste and fashion, good advertisement, availability of credit facilities, and so on and so forth, guys. I believe you know all these points. Good advertisement, guys. If you advertise your goods so well, more people are going to demand for it. And therefore good advertisement is simply a good factor that affects demand and is going to cause the demand curve to move to the right, guys, which is going to give you an increase in demand. Then availability of credit facilities. If you offer more credit facilities to your customers, it's going to encourage them to demand for more goods that if you don't give them credit facilities. Good. Then guys, taste and fashion. Let's talk about the taste. Friends, good quality goods always are going to get demanded. Then goods that are on fashion, like most of our fashion dresses that we both wear now. You see that most of this our younger generations now, they prefer those things that are on fashion, right? Good. So friends, we should now, let's see if we can bring for the curve, guys. We are going to keep the price of the commodity constant. We can illustrate in the graph below, guys. Just this point can give you 1 mark or 2 marks, because you've told them that the movement along this, the movement, that's the shift of the demand curve, guys. You're going to keep the price of the commodity constant, because the factors affecting demand have nothing to do with the price. Okay, the factors affecting demand, they have nothing to do with the price, and we mentioned earlier that that the cause of the movement of the whole demand curve is what, guys? Is the factors affecting demand. The price is not included. So guys, let's see if we can sketch a curve. So we have our vertical axis, we can call that the price. Then we have the horizontal axis, we can call that the quantity, or the quantity demanded. Good. Then friends, we have the origin of this form. Then we have our demand curve like this. Let's give that the name D0, and we have it as D0. Good. Then friends, let's assume that the curve has decreased. The curve has moved to the left. Okay, that has made the demand curve to decrease, right? Let's give it a name. We can call it D1. D1. That is a shift of the demand curve to the left. You can see that the slope of the demand curve still remains the same, right? It is just a shift from D0 to D1. That is the quantity demanded has decreased. Okay, it has decreased. Good. Then we can give that a name, what, guys? A decrease in demand. Good. Then now, when the curve increased from, let's say, D00 to D2, we can see that it has increased, right? The quantity demanded has increased, guys. Keep in mind that the price in this case is held constant. Okay, the price in this case is held constant. So we can also give that the name that this is an increase in demand. Good. So friends, this is the curve. This is the curve that we have. So we can see that from the above, from the graph above, favorable factors affecting demand will make the demand curve to move from D0 to D2. As you can, friends, the factors that will make demand to be favorable, like what we just mentioned here, friends, will make the demand curve to move from D0 to D2. Good. Which is an increase in demand, while unfavorable factors affecting demand will make the demand curve to move from D0 to D2. Unfavorable factors are simply the opposite of these factors that we mentioned here, these good factors. Okay, it's simply the opposite. Like good advertisement, what are unfavorable factors, guys? Bad advertisement. Okay, that's how you can simply reverse the points and you will give. So friends, this is how we can score all those 10 marks. Okay, this is how we can score all those 10 marks. That's super important, guys. You saw that it was a qualitative question, right? Good. So guys, let's move on now to the next part. And please, guys, don't forget to give this video a like. Just like the video beneath the video, because that is going to tell me if you found the content useful, guys. Because I'm going to keep producing more content only when you indicate to me that the contents are so useful, guys. And you can do that in 3 ways, or all the 3 ways. You can subscribe to the channel, you can like the video, and you can share. Put your comments in the comment section down below if you enjoy the video. Good. So friends, let's look at the next part. So the next part wants us to explain the conditions under which price and quantity demanded will be increased at the same time. Good. So friends, we know that this is for a case of what? Of goods of ostentation, because we can see them in 2 phases. One, friends, under goods of ostentations, and in a case where we expect a future that's a further or a future increase in price. Good. So guys, let's get started. Like I said, the first one is goods of ostentation. We'll say that these are prestigious goods which are not demanded for their own sake, but for prestige, also display wealth. Examples of such goods include, friends, we have expensive cars, jewelries, expensive phones. So friends, we know for sure that there are some goods that when their price increased, consumers rather go for them. Okay, they rather go for them, and these goods are not just demanded because they are so good, but because they want others to see them, that they are actually the millionaires, that they have money to afford for such goods while others cannot. So friends, I hope it was useful. Friends, just this point, just definition itself, guys, can give you can give about 3 marks. Okay, can give about 3 marks. Then these examples can give you 2 marks. So in a total, you can score about 5 marks, friends. About 5 marks, or sometimes you can even score about 4 marks. It depends on if the marks are enough. Okay, good. Then guys, let's go ahead to explain that when the price of such goods increase, more will instead be demanded than when their prices decrease, because customers of such goods see it to be given goods. So friends, put in the comment section down below what are given goods. Okay, put in the comment section down below, just write it in the comment section what are given goods. If you're correct, I'll congratulate you. If you're wrong, I will give you the right answer. Because keep in mind that, friends, that price theory, which comprises of demand and supply, it's so prominent in the Cameroon GCE and other exams. It's so prominent. You can never go to exam hall and you don't see and you don't see a question on demand and supply. You can never you have given goods. So guys, put the comment section down below what are given goods. Then friends, the next point we are going to see is what expectation of a future increase in price. Like for instance, let me just say for instance, guys, if you let's look at the price of Maggi. Okay, the price of Maggi now, I'm sure it's about 900. It's about 900 francs for a packet, right? If you expect that in about a year time, or in months time, right, the price is going to increase, what do you do, guys? You're going to buy enough, right? You're going to buy enough Maggi and stock in your house. That's when you expect that the price is going to increase. So friends, we say that when the customers forecast or anticipate that the price of the goods will rise in the future, in order to avoid the increase in price, they will increase their demand for goods and services at present, even though at higher price good. So if they want to evade from such future increase in price, they are going to demand for more of these goods to escape from the increment in prices that they forecast in the future. So friends, so far you must have scored about 8 marks, if not 6 or 7 marks. Okay, you must have scored marks, because all these points are quality points. They are so good, guys. All right, let's look at how the graph can be, guys. Remember, we should illustrate using graphs. It's super important. So we have our vertical axis, we can give that the name the price. We have the horizontal axis, we can give that the name the quantity demanded, guys. Know that we are talking about goods of ostentation in this case, guys. Goods of ostentation. We know how the shape of the graph looks like, right? Good. It has a K-shaped. So this is our origin. We have our origin. We have the 0 points, friends. Then we have this. So friends, this is how the shape looks like. It has a K-shaped. So we can give that the name D. Good. So friends, we can take this point to be our reference point where the normal price is. Okay, where the normal price is, we can call that P0, and the quantity demanded at that point we can call that Q0. That's the quantity demanded at the price P0. So friends, when the price increase, let's say from P0 to P1, what do we discover? That the quantity demanded also increase from where? From Q0, from Q0 to where, guys? To Q1. Good. As you can see here, from Q0 to Q1. And guys, you can see that this is a case of an abnormal demand curve, because a normal demand curve normally slopes downward from left to right, but in this case we are seeing two features. We are seeing a case where it slopes downward from left to right, that is from here to here, then where at this point where it has the shape of inside the supply curve. So this is the case of an abnormal demand curve in the case of goods of ostentation and given goods. So put in the comment section what are given goods. So friends, this is how the curve looks like. So it has to decrease, the quantity demanded has to increase from Q0 to Q1. So friends, this is how you can score all the 10 marks awarded for this question. This is how you can score the 10 marks. And friends, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel so that you can have access to all our great contents, guys. Keep in mind that question 2 coming up soon, and all the other questions you can have access to them once you subscribe to the channel. And stay safe, guys, and please share the video out with your friends so that they can have access to good content like this, guys. Have in mind that so many students for economics, not that they do not know, because they don't have access to good sites where they can have good materials for their studies. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys, from start to finish, and see you in the next video. Stay safe, guys, and have a blessed day, and good luck as you prepare for your exams.